Well, this was the start of the storms that trapped us in Brighton for a fortnight. Winds got up to 39 knots. It was a real battering. We broke some gear on the boat as well.
It's blowing old boots here. It's not a day to be out at sea, that's for sure. I'm out on deck here, but I'm in mortal peril. Wow! Look at that! Look at the waves and the wind coming.
It was in the harbour, but outside the harbour it was even worse.
So our fender's working really hard. We've had to rig them all because they were all popping out. That's all 12 fenders that we've got, including the dinghy, the step. Well, that's got even worse. 39 knots now we're at. Chichester's taking a bit of a pounding down the other end there.
The next day the weather seemed to improve, but the sea state was still very high.
Getting awfully close to that wall there. I wouldn't want to be in that corner. Once we get out of there, it's damn dangerous. Very dangerous. That's better. Go across the harbour mouth and then try and come in closer to this pier. And we've got another difficult approach coming here as well from this side. Goodness, there's quite a few boats trying to get in at the moment.
They're not going to get round the pier.
It's difficult to know the angle that they're on.
Looking good.
Because the tide's bringing them this way, isn't it? I think.
Shouting at me. We might just, if he carries on keeping to starboard, we might be able to just tap around the corner to get pushed onto the pier. Let's put a bit more Jenny out. They're actually going to make it, I think. Turned it. Shit, it's got line. Get up forwards, quick! Get up forwards!
Oh, you don't really want to hold on to that. Get it on a cleat quickly.
Come on, get down the cleat!
Now the other guys. Harbour tow to the rescue now, I think.
Look at them having a tow.
I don't think he can get his main reefed for some reason. Just doesn't want to come in. So we're leaving Dover. I've been stuck there with weather for quite a long time. What? Yeah, you can see how long it is since we've been in there. Yeah, it's actually Brighton. Yeah, so we're just leaving Brighton. We've been in there for quite a long time. We've been kind of held for weather, and every time we seem to be able to move, the weather got worse. Yesterday was supposed to be a good day to go, but we couldn't. The swell was just awful. Today it's about metre swell, maybe 0.8, and there's not much wind, so we're able to kind of motor against it. So we're heading to Chichester, and we were going to go inshore to the Loo Channel, but I think we're going to go round because we set off much earlier than we planned to take advantage of some positive tide with us. So we'll see how that goes. Hello, Mary.
No, we've just left Brighton, not Dover. No, we've got harbour fever, but it's good to get out.
Good to get out, yeah. We've been stuck in harbour too long, haven't we?
Definitely.
Where are we heading to?
Chichester.
Been there before?
I don't remember.
Okay, so we're getting to new sailing grounds. We'll see how we get on. Bye Brighton. Had a nice time there, but we were there too long. Another day, another wind farm. So, Mary's about to take over, and I have checked behind us to make sure there are no large vessels following us.
Oh, very funny. Oh,
What does the skipper have to say about this?
shift up my seat.
It's my seat
Shift.
until I relinquish
Past
it.
your time.
Today we could have gone through the Loo Channel, which is up here, and it comes out through here, or we could go outside everything. And because we left early, there's no real rush to get there, so we decided we'd come offshore. And the wind direction that I thought we were going to get didn't materialise, so we're under sail, just under Jenny. We're doing 5 knots through the over the ground with about a knot of tide helping us. So we're just going to keep on this course at this point until we clear about here somewhere, and then we should just be able to tack into the Solent entrance, and we'll be make Chichester. So the Loo Channel is a channel through here, and you go through a set of marks here. It's a bit shallower, and there's about a metre of swell running at the moment, so coming off outside what they call the elbow, or the hour, the hour. So we're currently here, and heading this direction, so we should clear the hour, no problem. Get ourselves across to here somewhere and be able to tack and make a line into Leamington.
You mean Chichester, you old
fool. We don't need to get in there until 2:30. That'll be about the right state of tide for us. Yeah, apparently getting into Leamington,
Chichester, you mean, you idiot.
The outer mark here is a little tripod, I think, and there are marks on it that show the depth of water over the bar, which is the entrance into the estuary for Chichester. So you basically, the harbour master we rang said normally this is dredged to about 1.5 metres. He said I would allow yourself 0.75, add that to the figure that's on the buoy at the entrance here at the tripod, and that'll give you how much water there is over the bar. Once you're over the bar, it's pretty easy. Plenty of water in the river at the state of tide we're going to be going in there. So this is the Trinity House vessel Patricia, with some yellow buoys on her foredeck, so she's going to place some marks somewhere or maintain them. So this is the anchorage at East Head. This is where we were considering staying. Quite a few boats out in the channel, but I think we're supposed to keep out of the main channel. There's a green channel marker in there, so they must be outside the line of the channel. We'll see. A lot of boats moving around anyway. It looks quite nice there, quite a pleasant spot. Alternative anchorage for us here was going to be in there, where that sail is, and there's a boat I think anchored as well. That would have been Pulsey Island. It is a bit shallower, and but we're going into the town. So we're in Chichester at the harbour. It's very nice here. We're on a pontoon, and the rest of the harbour seems to be full of boats on moorings. We're going to have a look, see what's down here. Lovely houses over here. Looks like there's a few quid's worth of property. Solar powered, this one. Look at it. Solar Heritage. I think it's a tour boat. And catamaran. I guess the roof is all solar panels. The Longman. Naturally excellent beer. And was it an excellent beer?
Very good.
Okay. So why are we sitting under a tent with some heat on in here?
Being down with rain.
Yes, it is a little. We took the water taxi.
Cold, but we've got the heat on.
We took the water taxi in here and decided we'd have some lunch because I blew the dinghy up and then it started raining. So we're at Schnorr Sailing Club. Looks like it's fever day today. And we're sitting just out there. Well, this is the outboard running again okay. I gave it a good clean down, another one. We haven't been able to test it since we were in Grimsby. So this first real chance of it, but it seems to be running okay now. Nice area this. Lots of boats. Nobody's going to block it up, somebody building a boat garage. Bye Chichester. Had a nice time here, lots of boats here. There's the channel out. Motorboat, I think he's anchored there actually. Then we turn to the left here and head down the channels. It's very low lying here, just sand flats, shingle shoals, mud flats. That's the anchorage that we were considering. I think it's East Head. So this is the anchorage at East Head. You can see that yacht is anchored just slightly into the channel. I think you end up doing that if you're deep drafted. So there's one or two bigger vessels that are moored in there. But I think it's quite a nice beach. People like to go ashore there. And that was the other anchorage at Pilsney Head. There's only one yacht anchored in it. The boats behind it are on moorings further down.
Yes.
Tell us what we're doing today.
We're going to have a look at the east side of the Isle of Wight.
Okay.
White Cliff Bay.
So we're just going for lunch. We're doing a bit of a tourist thing.
Yeah, go for lunch and then back across to Langstone.
Okay. This is the corner that catches people out. There's actually a very shallow patch of sand in here. So a shallow patch of sand in here. You've got to avoid. You cut the corner there, you're on ground. Some really nice sailing club here on this side. There's quite a collection of, looks like keelboats of some sort. And then look at all the safety ribs behind there. Wow, this is a well equipped club. Beautiful sailing club house. And then several launchways and obviously a lot of dinghies parked around the club. And he's got flags up showing, don't know, can't read that signal. Oh, it's a cat just about to follow us out from his mooring. Where we're off to today, White Cliff Bay, just for a look-see and an anchor and lunch. You can see fairly obviously why it's called White Cliff Bay, because of the cliff. There we go, and we're inside there, and there should be a sandy bottom, good anchorage. This area here seems to be used for anchoring of larger vessels out of the way of the main channel, so just got to keep an eye on them moving, I think. Not lose sight of them.
Well, at this point we lost our helmsman. She wasn't feeling very well, turned into a migraine, and she had to retire below for the day.
So here's a good example of Solent traffic. There's a ferry which is not in the main channel. He's cutting around the corner of the island, presumably for speed.
So you can see the closest point of approach here was 0.42 nautical miles, and 2 minutes and 58 seconds until we were at that point.
I can just see him here, but there's the main pilot vessel. So because the angle with the boat, with our boat, is going forward, you know that he's going to pass you. If it had been on a constant bearing, you know you've got a problem, because you're on an intersecting bearing and you're going to hit each other. So we'd have to keep out of the way. So we're going to get hit with a couple of bow waves because of the pilot and Brittany ferry, so I'll turn into those when they get closer. So we're just turning into them because they're going to be... This is for the pilot boat. Better to go this way than straight it, have them on the side. We've missed the bow wave now, and we're coming back on course.
So this is White Cliff Bay. I had a nice time pottering around in there, doing a bit of fishing and just watching what was going on, but Mary was still down below. We did see a couple of the challenge boats going past, doing some practicing, training and things.
So this is the entrance to Langstone. There's a kind of tall chimney there on the end of the west entrance. We're coming in at low tide, so we don't really have any problems. We're about 10 feet under us. Okay, it's a very neapy tide, but plenty of water. I think it's 8 feet at LAT.
That's the lowest astronomical
So
tide.
Langstone fairway marker. Quite obvious. Looks a bit like a moon rocket. So we have about 30 feet of water here, but I think it shallows fairly quickly on the starboard side. Can't believe this anchorage. This is within sight of the Spinnaker Tower. There is absolutely nobody in our vicinity apart from a little fishing boat and a ski platform. And there's the fishing boat and the ski platform. That's the entrance to Langstone Harbour. It's quite shallow in here, so we're only about 15 feet of water, but it is low tide, so quite happy with this. Starboard side there is just open water and sandbars as far as the eye can see, really. So we're out in the middle of nowhere.
Hope you enjoyed our latest video and the storms we escaped from.
Please watch for next time for when we do a short trip across to Gosport and again shelter from the bad weather, where we spend our time
climbing the Spinnaker Tower and visiting Warrior, Mary Rose and Victory all in one day.
and we see the poignant place where Admiral Nelson died, and we catch up on the fast net.
Well, we find out what life is like beneath the waves, and we finally make our escape out of the Solent to the west.
So please like, subscribe and share and comment. It's all free, and don't forget to click the bell button for the next video.
So some more outtakes for your amusement.
Laughy, laugh, laugh. Ha, ha, ha.
Hi and welcome to
Wait a minute, I was ready. Right, okay.
Hi.
Not too bad as a first take. You alright with that? Okay.
So Mary's about to take over, and I have checked behind us to make sure there are no large vessels following us.
Very funny. Oh,
And we'll be able to make Leamington then. Make Chichester, sorry. Elbow, or the Oya, hour. Yeah, the hour.
blah, 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 blah.
Make sure we get the volume up. Oh, sorry, plenty of smiling. Did I stand on your foot? Yes. We'll smile even so. So, who thinks this looks like Olaf, the cartoon snowman in Frozen? Imagine he's laid on his back.